guys, it's your girl Tree from Hootie Who's Finest, Wives Speak, overall the Tree Tip Network. I'm coming to you live right now because I basically wanted to get this out. There's been an arrest, as we all know, in the Tupac murder case. And if I was Tupac family, I would be pissed at Clark County Police Department. I would also be pissed at Las Vegas Police Department. They've been had information. This guy has told them and confessed to them that he was involved with Tupac's murder, and he did this years ago. When this first happened, we all was kind of wondering what was taking so long for them to solve this case. But for some reason, the state attorney general's office decided to put Tupac's murder on a back burner to get information out of this guy, Keefe D. So let's get into it. I was wondering, why did Keefe D think that he can come out and talk about this and nothing would happen to him all of a sudden? Well, come to find out, he had a Proffer Agreement, which he thought was total immunity. Let's get into this. I looked up some stuff from sportskeeda.com, and my girl Armida Dies did a great article on this. And so I wanted to go ahead and get into it with you. Keefe D, a member of the California-based Southside Compton Crips gang, who was arrested on this last Friday, September 29th, due to his punitive involvement in rapper Tupac Shakur's murder in 1996, over 27 years ago, has reportedly mistaken his Proffer Agreement for immunity. Yeah, let's get into it, guys. A Proffer Agreement is when a defendant in a case cooperates with the government and provides information about self-incrimination. Instead of taking place in court, the Proffer meeting is often held at the local U.S. Attorney's office. In the session, the defendant, who is represented by counsel, is questioned by federal prosecutors representing the government. The purpose of the agreement is to make the defendant share written, verbal, and electronic information as statements with the government that may be used in their case, in the government's case. The defendant must not lie or withhold any information that might be relevant, and share all the knowledge that they have about the crime being dealt with. According to the agreement, whatever the defendant says during the session cannot be used against them. However, it is later found out that the information provided by the defendant, Keefe D, during the Proffer meeting is inconsistent with the evidence, arguments, and further information obtained by third parties. The Proffer statements can be used against that individual. In the case that the defendant breaks the agreement, the government may also use the Proffer information at the sentencing hearing. Thus, a Proffer Agreement does not promise absolute immunity to the defendant. 2009, LAPD interrogated Keefe D in connection with rapper Biggie Smalls' murder in the Proffer meeting. During the interrogation, Keefe confessed to being involved in Tupac's Shakur's murder in 96. So they gave him a Proffer Agreement while they was questioning him for Biggie's murder, but he confessed to Tupac's murder. The gangster told police that his nephew Orlando Anderson is the shooter of Tupac. In the recording of the LAPD interview, Keefe D was heard telling the police that his nephew actually shot Tupac. He added that at first Keefe himself attempted to shoot Tupac, but his aim was not accurate. So he handed over the gun to Orlando, who is his nephew, who then fired the shots. In 2019, retired LAPD detective Greg Kading, who was on the investigation team of Biggie's murder case, proclaimed to CBS News that Keefe confessed to his complicity in Tupac's shooting during the interrogation related to Biggie, aka Notorious Big's murder. Keefe D has also elaborated on what led to Tupac's shooting and how it was executed. in a string of interviews with multiple outlets, most of which was Lad TV. Now, to go in further with this, the Vegas Police Department got in contact with Lad TV because they did an interview with Keefe D, and I suggest you go and look at it. He told it all in the interview, and he wrote a book trying to make money off of it, thinking he had immunity the whole time. Anyway, Vegas PD got in touch with Lad TV and asked them for all of the footage in that interview. They declined because they basically said we're not going to be a part of getting our guests locked up. Anyway, if you have all of this evidence, why do you need Lad TV footage? It's on YouTube. It's all publicly already put out there. What is taking you guys so long? What is the problem? I believe the reason why they decided to arrest him right now is because everyone is going to be looking at them like, this man has confessed. Why is he not in jail? Why is he not locked up? And if I was Tupac family, I would be pissed right now. How can you give him any kind of immunity, put his murder on backseat to get information about Notorious Big murder? It just doesn't make sense, and it doesn't add up. If you want more information on this content, I'm going to be doing a lot of exclusives on this on the Hootie Who's Finest talk show. We're going to be talking about it this upcoming Tuesday, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 Central Standard Time. Meet your girl there. This is Tree, and I'm out.